Welcome, Kamino Security Drill Instructor. Today, we're going to be talking about the security operations, and this will be the complete training guide for this operation. Now we're going to start off with who's allowed in here. It's going to be 5th Fleet, Kamino Security, of course, Coruscant Guard, and Hound Unit. Republic Intelligence also is allowed within reason. If they don't have a reason, don't let them in. High Command can stay in as long as they want, but we can also ask them to leave whenever. Now we're going to move on to the Armory area. Welcome to the Armory. Today, the only people allowed in is going to be the Republic Security Corps. Also, Drift and both of the Chancellors are going to be allowed in. Anyways, we're going to be going off of what guns you can use with certain items. This is the armory portion. This is what's inside the armory. We're going to have the collar. The collar is only used for arrests. Do not have them in interrogations or in warrants. That could result into jail time. It is also unprofessional to hold a collar at all times because they can get stolen out of your hand. Next up, we have the basic shock trooper certification. It is going to be the regular carbine. It's just this, okay? That will be used appropriately and not with a shield. If it is used with a shield, you can lose your certification. You could also lose your garrison certification that way as well. Next area that we're going to look at is the steps about arresting a prisoner in the prison. When we arrest a trooper, we bring him in and put him in the middle of the room, center height, or shoulder height, in the center of the room, shoulder height. When you do that, you immediately start the timer. An arrested individual indicates as a person in a cell on a collar. That's when you start the timer. Then you go close the door. After that, you can read them their rights and tell them why they're in the prison for. That is step 2. Reading the rights and telling them why they're in the prison. And that they have the right to a phone call. A phone call is anyone that is on base, in uniform, repping the group. You may go get that phone call at your discretion. If you do not approve of the phone call, you could ask them for another one. But mostly, you should approve of their first phone call. If their commander comes in and the phone call's still here, you have to kick the phone call out and go. You have to actually be next to the phone call the entire time too. But you have to kick the phone call out, grab their commander, and you have to stand with their commander. And then there is step 3. You can do this while there's the phone call in the room as well. You can grab your phone or switch your tab and fill out the paperwork. Step 3 is only paperwork. And then after that, make sure, I would recommend starting a stopwatch, because if you fill out your paperwork last, you might not have the time right away, but if you have the time right away, you can always just set a timer. That is it for this portion. We are going to go on to the next one, which is the quiz. This is the step-by-step quiz tutorial that you are supposed to do. This time, you tell them that they can open the Republic Security Lawbook. They must use this lawbook at all times when making arrests. Always tell them to refer to this lawbook whenever you are training them. If they do not refer to their lawbook while making an arrest, you and them could get in trouble if you never told them to do it. The reason why we use the lawbook all the time is because rules change, regulations change. So make sure to read it every once in a while and always read it before making an arrest. Anyways, for the pop quiz, you have them open up the lawbook. You go through with them who's allowed into this area, who's allowed in the prison, what you're not allowed to do with our standard issue rifle. And then step 1 through 3 of arresting a prisoner. Then after that, you go through the lawbook, grab random sectors in the lawbook, and quiz them on it. Do not tell them which sector they're a part of. Make them search for it. This is not supposed to be easy, it's supposed to be hard. Because when a person is coming up to him, telling him about something that someone else did, he'll have to look for it himself. Then after that, always ask about the self-defense rule. That is the last question that me and Joey usually ask. If you ask about the self-defense one, go, if someone shoots you 2 times and you kill them, what would your punishment be? The answer to this question is nothing, because self-defense is by rule allowed. This will be the conclusion of the Kamino Security Drill Instructor Handbook video. If you have any questions, always come to me or Joey. If you are new to the DI status of the Kamino Security, always ask questions if you need answers. Do not sit there and think you know what you're doing if you do not know how to train them properly. It is always okay to require help from another trainer.